Hi everybody, Mike Connect, Movement is Live. This is going to be a short video explaining about the upcoming drop of tomorrow's Sicari knife with LotarCombat. Okay, so in the last few days I've gotten a lot of questions, over 100 questions on the Facebook and on social media. What exactly is the Sicari? Is the Sicari simply a ghost that looks like a before? Is it a ghost with a zip tie holes? What exactly is it? Okay, so number one, I'm going to explain the background of the Sicari, so you understand how I like to connect the dots. The Sicari was a splinter group of the Jewish Tzeelot that fought to resist the Roman occupation back in ancient Israel. Okay, it is connected to me and to the OREV in the sense of the end of that struggle and fight was at Masada, and OREV Golani gets the insignia pins on top of Masada. That's when I got my insignia pin. It was on top of Masada. So that's to connect the dots. Now let's talk about the Sicari themselves. The Sicari themselves were a splinter group of the Jewish Tzeelot that organized themselves as street assassins. And they were carrying a dagger that's called a sikah. And in modern Hebrew, a sikah means a needle. Okay, so if you look at modern Hebrew, if you say in Hebrew sikah, sikah is a needle. Okay, but in ancient Hebrew, Sikah was the dagger of the Sicaris that they would hide in their cloaks, and when they would go into the public in the streets, they would basically assassinate anybody that would collaborate with the Romans or assassinate Romans. So they were kind of like the first undercover Israeli ancient special forces that were using this dagger called a Sikah because they were the Sicari. And that's why the name is called the Sicari. Okay, so here we go now with the ergonomics of it. Number one, the Sicari, watch this, it's big. Both the before and the Sicari are made in Israel. The blade, the lahav, is made in fucking Israel. So if you're one of the people who are ordering a before tomorrow or a Sicari, your knife, your blade, the metal of it is made in Israel, in the Holy Land. Okay, so that's a biggie. Number two, it's made out of CPMD2, the original OREV-5132, the deadly war. That's an original one right here, one of the first 100, was made of D2. This time it's made of CPMD2. So you have to understand what goes into the OREVs. It's very unique. The point of the knife has to be extremely durable because it's sharp coming from both sides, coming from the curved side, which is basically the scimitar side, and from the straight side. So they're coming into a point that both are sharp. Therefore, the process has to be done, the durability of that point has to be very strong. The CPM D2 is a better blade than better material, steel material than the D2. Therefore, that's an upgrade to begin with. That's number one. Number two, I said that the fact that it's made in Israel, to me it's big because the before is close to my heart, and the Sicari now, it's even, now you're connecting the dots, this and that. Okay, so I used to have in America, in my Gana system, I used to always say, made in Israel, assembled in the USA. So here we go, it's coming to flourish like that. I fucking love it. Now let's talk about the ergonomics of the knife. Okay, the Sicari is 8-inch long, same as the Ghost, but it's built different. Okay, the birth of the Sicari was the brainchild of Neil from LotarCombat. He wanted to do something similar to the X19 Glock. He wanted the handle of the OREV-5132 Deadly Warrior full size. He wanted a full size handle, but he wanted the compact size of 8-inch. Okay, so what we did is we gave the Sicari the handle of the Deadliest Warrior, and the dagger itself, or the blade itself, shrunk smaller into more of a dagger than a knife, and it's compact into 8-inch. Not only that, the fact that it's CPM D2, it's lighter. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to try to explain to you guys exactly what I mean by the handle of the OREV-5132 and the blade of Ghost. Okay, here we go. This is an OREV-5132, one of the first 100 ones, full size 9mm. Now the before, we're not talking about the before in this video, the before is bigger. It's 10 inch. Okay, we're talking specifically about the Sicari in this video. Okay, this is a Ghost stealth model. That's why the handle is black, and it's 8 inch. Okay, so here we go with what's happening with the Sicari. Okay, I already did the outline of the OREV-532 Deadly Warrior. That's the outline of the handle. So that's the handle. So watch this. 9 inch, 8 inch. The Sicari will be in length same as the Ghost, 8 inch. However, it's not going to be the handle of a Ghost. It's going to be the handle of the Deadly Warrior, just like a Glock 19X is the frame of a Glock 17 and the top of a Glock 19. Okay, so now I'm going to take this one back here, and I'm going to take the Ghost and I'm going to slide it right here. Okay, so watch this. This is the handle now underneath of the Deadliest Warrior. I'm going to finish now the dagger. Right there in front of your eyes. And that's the dagger. So you're looking at, now it's the same length as the Ghost, which is basically 8 inch versus the length of a Deadly Warrior 9 inch and the length of 10 inch. That is basically the before, but we're not talking about the before in this video. Now you look at this here, that means the blade of the Ghost got cut shorter into a dagger. And that's right there. Here is your Sicari right here. Now the Sicari also will have the Z-Cure. The Z-Cure are the Z-Cure, okay, it's straight marked. It's the Z-Cure holes to run the zip ties into the holes. All my OREV-532, OREV before, OREV Sicaris have a hole here that is not connected to knife fighting. It's a measuring hole to measure a vehicle at 500 meters. It's connected to the missiles that I used in my Special Force unit, the TOR missiles. Okay, so we added the Z-Cure, and that's the brainchild of Nir right here. That's the genius that he is. Okay, and the zip tie will run from this hole to this hole, or to this hole to this hole, to secure the knife for riots, or if you're getting carjacked by a mob. Okay, so there is the explanation of your Sicari. Now, a few people have asked, okay, the before is serrated. Can we get the Sicari serrated? No, because it's connected to those people who fought the Romans at Masada. They were using daggers that did not have serration. So I don't want to disrupt history and put serration in there. That's a Sicari dagger, a modern version with the secure holes, with the connection to OREV-5132 Deadliest Warrior, and with the same handle as the before. That's dropping tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Get on the list, go to LotarCombat.com, get on the email list. They're gonna sell out for sure. This Sicari here, I predict the Sicari to be a big hit because it's got the handle of an OREV-5132 full-size 9mm with a dagger-like, more compact. It's gonna be a big seller. It's gonna sell out like this. So get on the list. There's the story of the Sicari. I hope everybody's having a great fucking weekend.